So we're recording now. So again, I will start over again. Good morning, everyone. It is February 2019. My name is Joy Durham, and I'm going to do a really quick class on immune health. And I'm doing this class right now because this is a time of year when, you know, that ickiness and crud starts to go around the office, it starts to go around the school, and I just wanted to offer some options that you can use to help support your immune system. So starting off, why is the immune system so important, and why do we need a strong immune system? Well, the immune system is really important because it helps you fight off invaders. And like in this picture right here that I have, you see is all kind of things that are attacking our immune system and our body and our just our bodies in general. And it is the immune system's job to fight those things off and to keep us healthy. But unfortunately, nowadays, we're not really good at helping our immune system stay strong. Therefore, I just want to offer some different ways that we can help our immune system and strengthen it. All right, so just real quick, the agenda for today, I'm going to talk a little bit about the current state of health. We'll talk about plant power, one of my favorite subjects. I'm going to talk a little bit about essential oils and supplements you can use. And then, if you want to get those in your home, then I can help you with that as well, some of the things we talk about. First thing I always start off with this note when I do videos, because they will be posted and other people will see them. Outside of maybe my group, people may share them. And I just want to make it clear up front that this is advice that I give based on experience. I'm not a doctor. The products and methods that I recommend are intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any illness, but it is provided to give you other options and natural solutions that you can use. Always consult your doctor. It's really good if you can find yourself a holistic doctor or someone that can offer you different options as well and is familiar with natural solutions. So that's out of the way. So one of the things you need to think about, some people are like, well, how do I even know my immune system is weak? Well, here are 5 signs you might have a weak immune system. If you have persistent colds, there may be some people that you think of, they are always sick. And it's like, why are you always sick? And and I'm the kind of person, I hate being sick. So those are the people I'm like, oh, she's sick again, get away from me. But that could be a sign of that they have a weak immune system. So for adults, the common cold goes around a lot, but if they're always catching it, it may mean that they need to strengthen their immune system. If you have repeated infections, you will get infections now and then, but if you get an annual sinus infection or you get an annual any type of infection, that may be a sign of a weakened immune system. If you have stubborn or swollen lymph nodes, and so I don't know if you've ever gone to the doctor and he always kind of grabs your neck, and the first time my doctor did, it was a little, weird, but he was trying to check, how swollen were my lymph nodes. And you have them different spots, throughout your body, but the ones that are most common are the ones right there under your neck, under your jawbone that people check, and those can swell up. Well, what I found out recently last year was that they can swell up and stay swollen for months. It could take months for them to go back down. And I thought they just went down immediately once you were better, but it can take a while. And they're doing their job, when they get swollen, because they're helping your body fight infection. So that's another sign, though, if they're always like that, if they're stubborn or they stay that way. If you have wounds that take too long to heal, that's a sign of a weakened immune system. And if you're always tired. So if you have some, any or all of these, you may want to check with your doctor and see if there's something going on, or you just need to maybe try ways to strengthen your immune system, which we're going to talk about today. And one of the things that weakens our immune system is, our sugar intake or what we eat. I am a certified nutrition coach, and one of the things, because nutrition is a really, really big deal to me, because I believe that, what we put in our body and what we fuel our bodies with is really what causes a lot of our issues that we have. And one of the things that I personally struggle with, and a lot of people that I know struggle with, is sugar and how much sugar that we eat. We eat, as Americans, on average in a year, 66 pounds of sugar. Now, that's a lot of sugar. And if you see at the bottom of this slide, I have how much we're supposed to eat in a day, which is recommended. And it's no more than 9 teaspoons for men or 6 teaspoons for women. And that amount really is not that much. We're not supposed to be intaking as much as we have. But what's hard is that there is sugar in everything. They've added it to everything. And why have they added it to everything? Because it makes us want their products more, because we get addicted to it. And so this slide just kind of explains to you what happens when we eat sugar. So in the brain, and that's the main one that you focus on, is that when you eat sugar, your brain lights up the reward center with dopamine, and so you get that pleasure sensation, and you get probably a little high off of eating sugar. So some studies have even proven that eating sugar is more addictive than cocaine. And if you think about it, the process of making sugar and the process of making some of those drugs is really the same. You're stripping off, the natural fibers, and you're leaving it with this very, pure addictive substance. And then there are other things. I think the other thing that stood out to me is how sugar affects your heart. Too much sugar can harden your arteries, and it can damage your heart tissue. We know that, it's going to cause tooth decay and gum disease. We also know how it can affect the pancreas, the kidneys, and the livers, which are our main filtering organs. And when you have too much sugar, it makes your pancreas go into insulin production, and it puts it into overdrive. And so we know that also leads, to some issues like diabetes. Fertility, high sugar can also affect your fertility function. So high blood sugar can impair your reproductive function in both men and women. And one thing I do want to note is that there is a difference between sugar and the natural sugar that is found in fruits and veggies. So a lot of people are like, well, I can't have that because it has too much sugar in it. Fruits and vegetables are going to contain natural sugar, but what's awesome about them is that they also contain water, fiber, and other micronutrients that we want. So eating, more of your fruits and veggies is very important. And actually, it's recommended that you have 9 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. And you might think, Joy, that's a lot. I was like, well, when you're not used to eating it, it is a lot. But there are ways you can sneak them in there. You can have smoothies that you make. You can have fresh pressed juice that you make. Or that you buy. Just make sure it is fresh pressed juice. You can have things like hummus. You can add vegetables to things that you normally eat that you wouldn't think about. Sometimes I'll add broccoli to like pasta. So things like that, those are going to be very helpful as well. So there is a really good article that I found, and that's what that website is there, that on Healthline, and I'll post that in the Facebook group as well. But it really goes into helping you understand the difference between natural sugars and processed sugar. So what do we want? So what is the goal? The goal is to have a healthy immune system. And where does that start? It starts with having a healthy gut. And how do we get a healthy gut? It's really by the foods we eat. So and you get that, you get your enzymes, you get your healthy microbiome by giving it raw fruits and vegetables, first of all. And that's really what I try to focus on right now. I'm a vegetarian and wanting to transition to be a vegan, but that is really the focus, is trying to get in as many fruits and vegetables as you can, and cutting out other things that aren't helpful for your body. I just love the smile on a little girl. See how happy you can be, and your body really feels better when you give it the things that it needs. So one of the things that happens is that since we don't have proper diets, it's really hard to change people's lifestyles and getting them to get away from some of the things that are bad for them, is that we try things to help the body. And one of the things that I found recently has been essential oils. And I love them because they also help with some body functions, including the immune system and the digestive system, because they both go hand in hand. So what are essential oils? I'm going to give you the official definition if you're not familiar with what essential oils are, and then I'll give you my quick one. So they're naturally occurring volatile aromatic compounds, and you can find them in different parts of flowers and plants. They help the plant, and they're really what they're there for, is to help the plant against environmental threats and provide benefits to the plant. But what we have found is that we can use them as well because we're so closely related to plants. They are highly concentrated when they're distilled, and we can use them for purity, potency, and efficacy. So when we say they're highly concentrated, I'll give you an example. 1 drop of peppermint oil is the equivalent of 28 cups of peppermint tea. So you don't need a lot. A little bit goes a long way. And they're not new. Essential oils have been used historically in beauty treatments and healthcare practices for centuries. So what is my unofficial definition is that they're a powerful plant medicine. In any class that I teach, I try to focus on letting people know that there are 3 really cool things about essential oils. They're safer than pharmaceuticals and drugs. They're more effective than pharmaceuticals and more drugs, and they're less expensive. That one, sometimes people want to argue with you about them being less expensive, but they are, because you only need drops at a time for a dosage, and it costs pennies on the drops. So that's one of the reasons why I love using essential oils to help support my body. So how do we use them? 3 ways you can use them: aromatically, topically, and internally. So aromatically just basically means you breathe them in. I wear diffuser necklaces sometimes. I use a diffuser that puts them in the air. I can make room sprays and spray it around. They're really awesome because they help with mood as well. So you can, I know when I breathe in tangerine, a huge smile just comes across my face. So they're really good at helping you with mood and help with killing germs in the air. You can topically, you can put them on your bottoms of your feet is always a good place to start. You can put them any other place where you're having an issue, like I have a back pain, I'll put them, right on the back pain that you may be having, or knee pain, or if you're having an upset stomach, you can rub it directly on your tummy, or even put a drop in your belly button, or you can take it internally. And so right here, you want to caution to make sure you're using pure oils, and I use doTERRA oils because I trust and I know that they're safe and they're certified pure. So I use them internally as well. You can put them under your tongue. That's my favorite way to take oils, is just to put a drop under my tongue. But some people don't like the taste, so you can put it in a gel cap, or you can add it to water. So when you do that, it helps with your digestive system, your mouth, your throat, and your liver. So that's the cool reason why you take them internally as well. All 3 ways are very effective. It's just whatever you're most comfortable with is the way that you use them. So how do I improve my lifestyle? So one thing I always like when I talk to people about the oils, or even just their lifestyle in general, is to list your top 3 health goals. What do you want to achieve? And you can do that now. Just think about it. I mean, it's still the beginning of the year. We're in February. What are your top 3 health goals? Think about how long have you had these health goals, and then I can help you with some things and products that can help you at reaching those health goals. And one of the things when we talk about immune health that we really focus on is On Guard. And On Guard is doTERRA's protective blend, or their immunity boost blend. I always tell people immunity boost. So think On Guard, think immune support. And so it offers immune support. When you diffuse it, it helps clean the air. You can rub it on your kids' feet during school season. So lots of times I have parents just create a roller bottle with the On Guard, and then you can roll it on their little feet at night before they go to bed. And that way that gets them some immune support throughout the day while they're at school, because there's all kinds of germs going around with school. You can ask my teacher friends. They always tell you about all the germs that go around the school. Some teachers are actually able to diffuse it in their classroom, so that helps clean the air. And one thing is, even if you know there may be rules at your school where you can't diffuse it in the classroom, with just cleaning maybe afterwards, after the kids are gone, your desk, wiping down their tables, that will help as well. It protects against environmental threats. You can add it to water and make a cleanser or a cleaner for all surfaces, like I was just saying. But that's what I use. We have a glass bottle. We add the On Guard cleaner concentrate, or you can just add the straight On Guard oil, and you can make your own cleaner. It's non-toxic. That's the beauty of it. All these are non-toxic and they're natural, but they're very effective at keeping germs away. It also can help support a healthy respiratory function, which is awesome. What you'll find is that with the oils, you may be using it for one thing, but it's going to help you with other things as well, because its purpose is to go and create balance in your body when you're using it. So you may have other things going on that you didn't even know, and the oils can help with that too. Another oil that is really good for cleansing and detoxifying and helps strengthen the immune system is lemon. Lemon oil is smells awesome and also lifts the mood, but what's cool is that you can diffuse it to purify the air. Sometimes if you have like a stinky air smell, or you burnt something or something's going on, you diffuse it and it'll take care of it really quickly. It is great. It's a natural cleanser, and it helps the body in digestion. So this is one that I would recommend putting in your water daily. It's going to help you remove toxins that you don't even realize you're getting, and it'll go in there and it'll eat away at the toxins that you may have gotten. So it's a really cool experiment I like to do in live classes is that we take styrofoam, which you know is inorganic, and put a drop of lemon on it, and we watch the lemon eat through that styrofoam in matters of minutes. And sometimes people are like, why would I want that in my body? But you do want that in your body because your body is organic, and it's going to go through and it's going to help eat away at things that are inorganic. And then you drink your water and it helps flushes it out. So something people don't realize is that our body is awesome at trying to protect itself. And it tries to protect itself by encasing toxins in fat. So if you're someone who holds on to, extra fat in different places, you may want to try, drinking your lemon water or getting things to help detoxify yourself. And you may be holding on to extra toxins. It's also used, there's this funny part, it's also used as something you can use to clean wood surfaces, and it also helps with respiratory support. Lemon is actually one of the oils that is recommended in our seasonal threat trio. So it's lavender, lemon, and peppermint, and we're going to talk about that probably more next month when we talk about respiratory support. So how can you really use the oils? And this is what people really want to know. So you get the oils, so what do I really do with them? So this is something I always think about, and I sit at work and I think about this all the time. Everyone around me is getting sick, and I'm over here like, I got my essential oils, I got this. I'm going to be okay. And usually I am. I hear someone cough or sneeze, you should see me turn on my diffuser or spraying my air or pulling out my hand sanitizer and cleaning my hands. And one of the main recipes that we use during this time of year is called Immune Balm. It has different names. It's called Immune Balm, Flu Balm, different names, but it's basically the same thing. This is one version of it, and what you can see is that it includes On Guard lemon, melaleuca, which most people know as tea tree oil, and oregano. There's another recipe that also includes frankincense, and that one's called Flume. And this is just a quick recipe that shows you what you can do if you want to take it in a capsule. You put 2 drops of On Guard and lemon, and 1 drop of melaleuca and 1 drop of oregano in a veggie cap, and you take that. Or if you want to make a roller, which is usually my preference, is to make a roller bottle, because then I already have it ready and I can roll it on whenever I need it. And you can put up to 20 drops of On Guard and lemon, up to 10 drops of melaleuca and oregano in there. And I just like to add frankincense to most of my rollers, because frankincense is just going to give it an extra boost and make it even more effective. So this is one recipe that you can try, and we use this a lot, and it's very effective. And so here's some more. So last night in my live classes, there was a make and take class. And so what we do in those is that we talk a little bit about the subject, and then we make something that is going to help them, with whatever subject we were discussing. So last night we made throat sprays, and we made a digestive support roller. The throat spray recipe here calls for apple cider vinegar, but the people in the class weren't that bold, and they wanted to just use distilled water, and that's fine. But that is a recipe right there. It's 15 drops of On Guard, 5 drops of lemon, and you top it off with apple cider vinegar or distilled water. And that's your good throat spray. When you are having issues, you just spray the back of your throat. And since these are all natural and non-toxic, you can go ahead and you just swallow it down, and it'll help you. There's also the roller bottle blend. You can make a roller bottle, and here's an immune boost recipe. It takes 2 drops of each of these listed. So 2 drops of cinnamon, 2 drops of melaleuca, oregano, frankincense, and lemon. And so you can see that there are different ways, different combinations, different recipes to use the oils. But people always like to have, what do I do with the oils? So here's something you can do. You can make throat sprays, you can make roller bottles, or you can make a drink that we call the Man Flu Buster. So it is 1 drop of On Guard, 1 drop of ginger, and 1 drop of lemon. You mix it with hot water and honey. You stir it up, and then you drink it down, and it helps you. Now, there's one thing I want to mention is that if you are in the midst of suffering from something and you're already sick, then I would recommend you taking or rolling on your roller bottles, or maybe taking the oils or using the oils every 2 to 3 hours. And as you get better, you can lessen the dosage. So for me, when I'm not feeling well, pretty much after every couple hours, I'll take something again. And then as I feel better, I'll, wean off a little bit and maybe do 3 times a day, and then maybe twice a day, and then maybe go back to the once a day. So when you're not sick and you just want to boost your immune system, it's really good to do it once a day. Do it in the morning or do it in the evening. Just roll on or take whatever you take for immune boosting, and that should help you keep away whatever is going around that you could be exposed to. Now, I have one here, DIY Wednesday, because starting probably the next 2 weeks, I'll start doing a DIY on the Facebook group, and that's down there. It is at facebook.com/groups/Joy's Oil Well, and we'll just have a quick DIY there, because sometimes people think the oils are they're unfamiliar, so they are a little scary to them, and so they're not sure what to do with them. And so if we kind of showed you can't make it to a make and take class. You may not be in the Houston area, but so now we're going to have DIY Wednesday, and we're going to show you how to make some things that way. So that's cool. So we need to have a wellness foundation. And so I love, love, love this wellness pyramid. This is doTERRA's wellness lifestyle period. And so what it shows you here, that there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things that can go into you having a foundation of wellness. And 4 out of those 6 things are things that are in our control. They are our lifestyle, things we can change. Eating right, we've already talked about that. What you put in your body is going to be the majority of what goes on with your wellness. I know a lot of people like to say, but it's hereditary. Actually, your genes play a small part in your health and wellness. It is a matter of what do you turn on and turn off. And so what we eat will affect what we turn on and turn off in our genetic code. Exercise. Exercise is something else that's really important as well. It helps with blood circulation. It helps your heart stay healthy. It helps your major organs function well too. And it doesn't have to be hardcore exercise. 30 minutes a day of brisk walking or walking 5 days a week is awesome. That's enough for you. And as you are get accustomed to doing that, you increase it. Or you may decide, I want to do something else that I enjoy. But just finding exercise that's good for you, that is the goal. Rest and managing stress, that's one that a lot of us struggle with right now. You need to get proper rest and you need to find ways to manage stress. Again, the oils help with that. There are some oils, Balance, Serenity. Those are 2 that are definitely recommended people that are trying to manage their stress. Reducing your toxic load, and that's one where I've been focusing on a lot the past year, is taking out things that you already know or have toxins in them. Your cleaning products, looking at your makeup, looking at, making sure you wash your fruits and veggies, things like that. These are all things that are in our control. And past that, you have healthcare, and we need proactive medical care and informed self-care, from the healthcare industry. The thing is that this pyramid is typically flipped in most households. Most people start with healthcare and are in a reactive mode instead of starting with prevention, which includes strengthening our immune system. So how do I establish a foundation for optimal health? Well, basically cleansing and restoring. And so we need to do cleanses regularly. We need to try to cleanse out things, because we know that we don't have proper diets. Even if we're working on it and you're not there yet, we know that we don't have it yet. And so we need to do a cleanse. doTERRA recommends doing a cleanse 3 to 4 times a year. So if you think about it, every quarter is a good time. And the cleanse can look like different things. So there is a cleanse kit that you can get from doTERRA, and it has a 30-day regimen you can go through. But you can do something simple daily. And so a daily regimen that you can get used to is having lemon in your water. And when you put lemon in your water, make sure you use glass or stainless steel, because remember we talked about how the lemon oil and other citrus oils can eat through things like styrofoam and plastic. So you want to have lemon in your water. Take Terrazyme, and Terrazyme is our enzyme supplement. And I love it because even people that, suffer from things like lactose intolerance or maybe have celiac um, issues, they and the reason they have those is because they are missing some enzymes or they need enzyme support. And so the Terrazyme is awesome because it offers that. It has different enzymes in it. It is a blend of active whole food enzymes and supporting cofactors that help you with cooked, processed, and preservative-laden foods. And so this is one that I take at least one a day, and it really depends on your diet. Because if you eat a lot of fast food, eat a lot of meats that are hard for your body to digest, then maybe you can take 2 or 3, and take it with your meals. So that's one that I think that you need to get into your daily regimen. And the other one is taking the Lifelong Vitality Pack. And then what we term it as LLV. So if you hear someone say LLV, that's what they're talking about. The Lifelong Vitality Pack is the vitamins nutritional supplement pack. It has things that's going to have your micronutrients in it, your vitamins and minerals that we don't get in our food like we used to. It's going to have your omegas. It's going to have a proper balance of the omegas that we need. And it also has the alpha CRS, which is going to help feed your cells on a cellular level. So taking that daily is also going to strengthen and help your immune system. And it starts out, I think you take 4 of each in a day, but you can start out taking 1 or 2 a day. Because if you're not used to taking the supplements and things, your body is going to could go into just cleansing mode, and it may be more than you can handle. So start out slow and then add up with all of them. Always start out slow, even with the oil. Start out with 1 drop and see how you react to it. That's just telling you what those supplements are. So if you're wondering, okay, so how do I get some of this stuff? So you can get a wholesale account, 25% off of certified pure therapeutic grade oils. And what I do is I like to talk to people. I like to just chat and see what's going on. What issues are you having? And I schedule wellness consults all the time. And that way we can figure out what is the best mix of things to get you started with. So people are wondering, how do I purchase the doTERRA essential oils? Well, they have starter kits, which are pretty cool. You can get a big bottles, which are 15 ml, or you want to start out a little slower, you can get the Family Essentials kit. And so those are 2 options to start you out. I like the Home Essentials kit because you get a free diffuser, and it's 20% off of what you would normally get. And so your wholesale account is included with these kits if you start with them. So let's talk about the different ways you can connect with me. So this is just a teaser. This is just really basic information to give you, to expose you to immune health and things that we have to offer. But we want to talk a little more in depth, and you need to connect with me. And for anyone who watched today or watches, later, I will give you a freebie. I have this really cool freebie that I will email you when you go ahead and email me and tell me what you learned from this class today. And I will email you Dr. Hill's 30-day essential oil wellness protocol. And so it's a really nice little pamphlet that goes in and talks about some more oils that we can use, and it will help you with immune health, some physical health, and some emotional health as well. And it tells you, and it gives you a protocol that you can follow. So I will email that as a free gift for you. Just email me at joyceoilwell@gmail.com. Also, there's a Facebook group, and we talked about that before, and that's just search for Joyce Oilwell when you're on Facebook, and it'll come up. And then if you want to connect with me, I have a website that is at, it's actually My doTERRA. I don't know why I did that, but it's www.mydoterra.com/JoyceWell. And the next classes that I'll have will be next month in March. The live make and take will be on the 15th at 6:30. And the online class like this will be a really quick review of what we talked about or did in the other class. And they will both be on respiratory support. So I believe that's all I had. Let me check. Oh, I have something in chat. Yes, thank you, Hannah. That's very good. Yeah, Copaiba is good at managing stress as well. Yes, a lot of people have found success with using Copaiba internally for aches and pains and things of that nature, but also for managing emotional and stress. So that's really good. Thanks for reminding me about that. And Tori says, I was so excited. No, Tori, there's no effects for a drug test with Copilot. This is really good. So thank you guys for joining me today. Again, next month we will be doing respiratory support. This group, this class will be posted in the Joyce Orwell page. I'm not sure if it's going to be on the member page or if it's going to be on the public group. It will most likely be on the member page because there are some perks to having your own membership. You get access to a lot more education so you can learn how to use your oils. Well, this is Joy Durham, and I'm finishing up this class this month. And I hope everybody has a very blessed weekend and enjoy your time with family. Let me stop recording. That's what I thought I was doing. There we go. Yes.